Alright guys, let's go ahead and do a message for my Sagittarius out there, or Sagittarius cross-watcher. You can reverse this if you need to. Some of you it might be entirely reversed. If I sound extremely nasally, I do feel pretty nasally right now. I mean, this is my first video for the day, and I did just light incense. So, I don't know if that's affecting me, but I don't know. It's like getting to me. It's making my allergies kind of act up, but my voice is deeper, I guess, in the morning, and it's taken me 2 days to get this message out. And I was frustrated about that at first, but I'm not now, because I think it's part of the message for whoever's going to resonate with this. Somebody's been going through something pretty exhausting, and I think it's physically exhausting for sure, because I'm tired. Like, I can't sleep enough. All I've wanted to do the past 2 days is sleep. I feel like recover. Somebody's been in recovery mode, whether it's recovering from an illness or recovering from a relationship just being kind of rough. Somebody's recovering from something, and it's really not been easy at all. And I feel everybody, but especially one individual here, though I think someone's trying to stay strong. Everybody, in fact, it seems, is trying to stay strong and kind of do what we've got to do to move forward, where everybody can kind of be at peace. I don't know, because I'm getting different things here. I'm even getting, for some, whatever someone's showing on the outside is not actually what they're feeling on the inside. So I hate to throw that out there, but like, let's say it is something someone's going through with their health, whether or not they've even let those closest to them know, or they're just telling them how bad they're feeling. It feels like they're kind of playing it off or brushing it under the rug, like it's not really that big of a deal, blah, 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 blah. And I can see why the person's doing that, trying to keep those around them strong and not have them worry. But deep down, you know, it's almost like somebody's going through something alone, emotionally alone, but they don't necessarily have to. If it's a relationship that's struggling, which could be the majority here, whether it's your own or was a relationship and it's a struggle for us to get along and move forward peacefully and be cordial with one another, or if it's like someone on the outside of you that they're going through this, you know, it's been a struggle. So like, what someone's kind of showing you, what you're showing people, what someone here is showing the outside world, is not really what's going on inside someone. And I relate to that. I think we all relate to varying degrees. I mean, imagine you have something going on at home, whether it's health issues or with a partner or with family, or whether it's relationship problems. You still got to go to work and pay your bills. You still have to do what you've got to do. So it's not necessarily a faking it thing. It's just, well, you've got to do what you've got to do. I mean, do you lay down and just let it consume you, or do you get up every day and just keep moving forward? I mean, there's only a couple of ways to handle it, and ultimately someone's got to pay the bills. Someone's got to keep going. So I do commend people here for continuing going. I know this isn't everybody's message, but it's definitely what I'm getting. Like, I feel like someone's gone through a pretty dark time recently. I feel it romantically, like in a relationship, but we're just not telling people how kind of miserable we are, telling each other how miserable we are, or even like just health. You know, we all go through that. We all go through that. Of course, I'm not a doctor, but I mean, we all get older. We all have things where it's like, man, like this feels a little off, or this feels bad, or we all outright have to have surgeries and things, you know? Or if it's not us ourselves, there's people that we love around us that go through health concerns, and then we worry for them. Or then we end up having to like really be there for those people, and then it takes away from us working over here. I mean, I just feel like somebody watching this video is going through a lot, has been through a lot, and I want to say the past like couple of months if not longer. And I even feel like whoever I'm picking up on keeps it in there, like real deep, tucks it away, because it's like, I've got to move forward. I mean, what do you want me to do? Let it sit there and eat me alive? Now, I want to throw this out there. If this isn't resonating for anybody right now, and we're kind of like, well, that's not making any sense. Things have been going pretty well for me, and, you know, I'm doing a lot better now, or I've been doing great. It's fine. Be careful of anyone around you who could be deceptive. Just be careful of people's intentions around you that you meet, because maybe they're in a not great place, and they might I just sense that. So if you're not going through this personally, just be careful of people around you, especially anybody like, well, you'll know. I feel you'll know. You'll have a gut. Just listen to your gut. Your gut will tell you. It might even make you physically ill. You might your stomach might turn when you're around a certain individual, or you don't know really what's going on, or you feel like dehydrated out of nowhere. There's something there, okay? If this isn't you specifically, this could be someone who connects to someone who's deeply connected to you. And maybe that person is to be watched closely, because their intentions might not, I don't know, but might not be the purest. And maybe they know that whoever's connected to you has this positive energy, or you know what I mean? And they're going to plug into them and drain them of it. So I see that happening as well. But for the most part, I feel it's just been like real tough. I mean, the beautiful thing is it's like we're coming out the other end of it. Like, we're doing better. Things are looking up. I feel like we're moving in the right direction as far as like healing goes. I don't know why I said it like that, but healing, even if it's just setting our mind right, like setting our mind in the right direction, being more determined and more, all right, we're going to do this. I'm going to do this. But ultimately, there for a while, I feel like whether it's you or another, or the both of you, here we go with my throat, didn't know the direction something was going to move in, whether it was romantically or someone's own physical body. It's like, I don't know what direction this is going to move in. I even get somebody here who feels rather lonely, you know, whether or not, like if we have a relationship, for example, we could have someone who feels lonely with their partner, whether their partner means to have them feel that way or not. That's how someone could be feeling, like lonely, but I have a person, but I'm lonely with them. Or I'm scared to be lonely because what if something happens and this doesn't work out? Whether someone's worried about their partner's health, or they're worried about just the fact that things aren't going well between the two. I don't know. I hear that, like, lonely, I am so lonely. Yeah. I feel like there's relationship issues, or there have been, whether in a relationship you're in, or if you're single, maybe in a relationship with somebody around you. Could even be with somebody's relationship, believe it or not, to like themselves. I just feel somebody's been recovering, or needing to recover, or even considering needing to recover. You know, when you start realizing, like, maybe I need some help with this, or maybe I need therapy, maybe I need counseling, maybe I need rehab, or I need some sort of treatment, maybe I need to go to the doctor, maybe I need, you know, it's like contemplating taking more care, better care of ourselves. That's what somebody's doing right now. Or contemplating, if it's not like health, mental health, physical health, whatever. It could be someone who's been contemplating, I'm not really happy in this connection. I really didn't write much, guys. Usually I've been writing a lot, but I can't because, I don't know, I'll just tell you, the past few days, and which there's nothing wrong with this actually. I mean, it's healthy to take breaks and listen to your own body. I've been needing more sleep. I've been needing more recovery. I've been having a lot more dreams. I've been sweating out of nowhere. I've just been like really extremely tired, and I've been sitting on your energy, meaning like the 2 days that I've been gone, I've actually done messages for you, but I knew they weren't right. I was like, they're not it. What's wrong? It's like I couldn't focus. My mind was foggy. It feels foggy right now. I felt like I needed to lay down and just shut my mind off and focus on something else. It's like somebody can't separate themselves from something fast enough, or they just are ready to get through something faster. Totally relate, especially if something's been long suffering. If someone's been long suffering, either with a person or due to a situation or health concern, whatever it is, you know, when you get to the point where you're like, I'm just ready for it to be over. I hope this is making sense. Maybe I should do a bonus. I am about to have to leave in a minute though, like very soon. But maybe when I can, I should do a bonus. It's not a bad message. I feel the light at the end of the tunnel, but I feel like the light at the end of the tunnel here is when we get over some sort of hump, when we get through something here, whether it's through something mentally and emotionally, medically, or through something romantically. And we decide that this is the way we're gonna have to do it. I don't know. There's something here though about, like, if someone's been afraid, I'm gonna have to give an example because I feel like I'm being too vague, but I think that's also part of the message. If someone's being, or if someone's afraid of something or has this concern, it could be that someone's being rather like downplaying their concern involving a situation, either about themselves or about another. It's like downplaying it, which the reason someone could be doing that is because they're trying to stay positive. They're trying to see the, you know, again, like the light at the end of the tunnel. They're trying to see, like, focus on the good aspects of it, and hope and faith and stuff like that, instead of being negative. But ultimately, deep down, it's like someone feels this shadow type energy, or this darkness a little bit surrounding something. And maybe even to be completely honest here, and I don't know if this is it or has anything to do with this, but I don't know, guys. Have you ever felt like, or known anyone who their mental health, their physical health, their spiritual health, I mean, some sort of health about them, or ourselves even, started to decline by being around a certain individual? Not to blame people for, but you know what I mean? Where you almost like, I don't know how to describe that. It's almost like being around energy vampires, but where you're like taking on, like, I don't know how to describe that. Have you ever experienced that? Or even like not a specific person, but an environment. Like maybe you've lived in a certain place and you're like, I've never been sicker than when I lived over there, or lived in that apartment or that house. I've never been more depressed as when I lived over there or with them, or I've never been more addicted to anything than when I was with that person. You know what I'm saying? And not to blame it, and not coming from a place of blaming it on another person or putting it on them. It's just like the energy, right? Like the energy's off. And so we don't even notice that at first. You know, sometimes it's like you have to step out of it to notice it. And it's like, wow, wait a second. And sometimes the energy doesn't want to let go of you, but you want to let go of it. Currently, I think someone is on the up and up, and a lot of what's going to help that, whether you, them, or another, is going to be someone's mindset. I truly feel that stronger than anything. It's the way that someone's thinking. It's by changing that first, because the other things may take a little longer, like physically being able to do something about a situation, or you know, like some sort of physical change occurring. That's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to continue to take time to adjust and get used to, and even be able to do, period. But the mindset is where it starts. Like, that's what I feel anyway here, is like putting it in our mind, like, this is what we're going to do. Yeah, it's almost like, which I'm no expert on this, but, you know, if we're like, okay, we're gonna get healthier, we're gonna get healthier, as healthy as we possibly can in a polluted world. But first it starts in the mind. Like, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna walk every day, even if it's 10 minutes. I'm gonna walk. Where am I gonna walk? I don't know where I'm gonna walk, but I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go to bed earlier. I'm gonna find a way to go to bed earlier. I'm gonna drink chamomile tea every night. Like, it's like taking better care of ourselves. Or if it has to do with another person, like, I'm putting in my mind that this is where I'm gonna have to mentally start letting this person go. I'm just gonna have to let this person go. I'm gonna have to let the idea of whatever I had in my mind go, because it's just, this is probably what's best for me, and I need to start. It's like retraining our mind. Like, okay, one thing, and I don't know why I have such a hard time not biting my nails, but I went how many years, guys, on here with my nails grown out? After biting my nails since I could basically chew. Well, I started biting them again. And I don't know if it's what happened with my grandma that made me, I don't really know. The only reason I say that it could be that is because that's when I started biting them again, after she had that stroke in the shower when I was giving her. So maybe, and you know, I didn't realize it and just put them in my mouth and started biting my nails. So now they're awful again. And it took me a really long time to grow my nails out. And I know it may not seem like a big deal to everybody, but to me it is. You know, it just looks kind of when you look down, at least for me personally, coming from an eye place. I don't like it. And so I'm putting it in my mind, like, okay, don't put my fingers in my fucking mouth today. Like, we're gonna work towards blah, 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 blah. I'm having to change my habits, you know? I'm gonna have to find what is it, like coping mechanisms, better coping mechanisms and shit. I've had to do that my whole life, honestly. I don't know why I'm like a punisher. I punish myself. I punish my fucking self for things. I don't even realize I'm doing it, really, sometimes. But I've always been like that, and so, I don't know. It's like somebody changing their habits, changing their ways, changing their structure of something, changing their diet, changing how they are when it comes to other people or another person. Just, I don't know. But if we've already done that and you guys are already in that energy, you could be careful, because you could be attracting someone who wants that from you, but they're not necessarily, they could just make you sick again, or they could just pollute the energy again. I mean, you can no sooner take a shower, get your lotion on, or your perfume, or your cologne on, or your body wash smells really good, and then your hair products, or whatever, man or woman. You go outside in the summer, and here come all the fucking mosquitoes. They're attracted to your cleanliness, they're attracted to your fragrance and your sweet smell, and so you have to be careful. If it's, you know, or maybe this is someone around you, just watch out for them to be careful, because they could be doing really well. I mean, like, for real, this might even be somebody, you know, it might not even be you. Like, imagine if it's like a best friend of yours or a child of yours, and for a while, whether it's due to another person's influence or not, or just their own, maybe they were kind of going down a specific path that wasn't the healthiest for them. They start doing better mentally, emotionally, physically. They put down some things they had picked up along the way or whatever. And even a person, they started moving forward from a person. They still talk to this person, or maybe they do or they don't. But for the most part, it's basically over. This person's really, you know, your sibling or your friend or your child, whoever this is to you. Could be you. They're starting to focus more on their future again, and things are looking bright, right? They're doing better. and learning how to navigate situations with the people that were around them that weren't the best influence. And then what happens? Well, lo and behold, they meet a new person, but they're really not any better. They're just the devil in a different costume. So they're just somebody else coming in, and it's like, man, no, this person's doing better. They're healing. They're doing well. And so that type shit. You know. It's like, I don't know. I think it's a positive message because I sense somebody more on the up and up now. No matter what it is, romantically or whatever, like doing better. But there's like this, I don't know. There's something. I think we're gonna have to stay very, oh my God, what's the word? What is the word? Disciplined. Disciplined. Whether the discipline is disciplined on keeping up with our appointments, disciplined with keeping up with our health, disciplined with making sure that we keep a nice healthy space from a person, or that we, if we're going to move forward, we move all the way forward and we don't keep bringing up the past, or that we, you know what I mean, even if it's still there and whatever, but that if we do, we're going to go to therapy for it, or blah, 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 or that we're not just blaming each other. Like, if we're going to move forward, we're going to move forward. We're not going to keep going back, right? So that's what I'm getting here. Kind of like me with the nails, that has to be something to it. Like, we're either going to do it or we're not. We have to be disciplined. I think that's it. Disciplined. I mean, we could call this disciplined love because it is love. It's either self-love, love with another, or just, I don't know, it is love. The whole message is love, but it's being disciplined in it. And focusing on what's the best for us and healthiest for us. Or who, even. And even the way we handle things, the way we take things, our coping mechanisms, our impulses, our instincts. My stomach is growling, but I think I'm gonna fast. I feel like I need to. And being disciplined in whatever it is we need to do, like, yeah. Maybe even being really consciously aware and staying away from temptations or distractions could even be helpful. Or maybe we see this in another if it isn't us. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. We'll do a bonus if we need to. Of course, I'm just able to get this done right now, but I do need to go. So, yeah, for whoever it's for, I hope this helped. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.